أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبي الكريم وعلى آله قدره ومقدار العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters in the religion of Islam, welcome to another episode of our Quranic Tafsir series. Today, inshallah, we'll be looking at the 13 verses of hypocrisy in Suratul BAQARA. The 13 verses of hypocrisy in Suratul BAQARA. What is hypocrisy? I explained it in my previous lecture. It is another phase of kuffar that is the worst phase of kuffar, the one that pretends to accept the religion, whether Islam or Christianity or Judaism, but internally religion has no any space in such a person's life. So here we'll deal with this first. So what did Allah say about such a personality? Allah is now describing them to us. Because even as Muslims, we still believe there is hope for the Jews and for the Christians. Because we believe in one personality that unites all of us. And we believe in the return of such personality in the end of days. That is Prophet Isa alayhi salam, Jesus Christ the Messiah. He is a unique figure that can unite the Islamic community, the Jewish community, and the Christian community. And so there are those righteous Jews that will accept him when he returns. There are those righteous Christians that will accept him when he returns. And the entire Muslim population will accept him because every Muslim awaits his return except the hypocrites. And that is why I want to explain these 13 verses of Suratul BAQARA so that you will see, it will reveal unto you the identity of the hypocrites. So those righteous Jews that will follow the Messiah and the righteous Christians that will follow him, they will accept Islam because the Messiah will descend among the Muslims and he will pray behind our Imam, prophesied by our Prophet Muhammad alayhi who is known as Imamul Mahdi alayhi salam, which the Prophet says about him, about such a personality. يملأ الأرض قسطا وعدلا كما ملئت من قبله ظلما وزورا. That is, the Mahdi alayhi salam shall fill this earth with justice and equity, the way the earth shall be filled with corruption and injustice before him. So now we are in that phase that this earth shall be filled with injustice and corruption. But may Allah bring an end to that era, and may Allah bring this Imam for us. May Allah emerge this Imam so that he shall fill the earth for us with justice and equity. So Allah is saying about the munafiqs, so وَمِنَ النَّاسِ, that is, among men, there are those people among men, conspirators. You know about the conspiracy theories? These are the ones. You know about the conspiracy theory? Those who are propagating these conspiracies in the globe from 9/11 to invasion of Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, up down to coronavirus, COVID-19, down to this Russian war, down to this death of the Queen of England, and all the so-called Chinese war that is coming. I look at all these things as pre-planned events that is well guided and controlled by a certain group of people. And these are people who will never reveal their faces. They are associating, they are among us, living among us, doing everything with us as if they are with us, but behind us, they propagate these kind of agendas. They are in control. They are in control. So they are known as the great conspirators. those who spray conspiracies around the world, confusing humanity. These are people with double faces. So Allah is now revealing us their identity. He said, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ, among men, مَنْ يَقُولُ آمَنَّا بِاللَّهِ. These are people that proclaim faith in God. وَبِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ, and they proclaim faith in the end, that is in the last day, the day on judgment day. And Allah is now saying, وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. They are not with the believers. They have nothing to do with the believers. They are not in any way connected to the believers. Even the Antichrist himself will claim to be a Christian. From that, he will now claim to be Jesus Christ. If you are not a Christian, you can never claim to be the Messiah. So he will claim to be Messiah, and then he will now go, he will reveal his full identity, he will now claim to be God. But he will use Christianity as his own tool in hypnotizing mankind. May God protect us from the evil of such a personality. So they are not with the believers. And this ayah was revealed in some people that were in Medina with the Prophet ﷺ. People like Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Suluh and his companions. There were 300 hypocrites in Medina at that time. He was their leader. He died in this act, and he was buried with the clothes of the Prophet, but the Prophet said it will not benefit him. He shall dwell in the pit of hell everlastingly. Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Suluh, he was the greatest munafiq in the city of Medina during the time of the Prophet ﷺ. And that was because he had his own agenda of dominating Medina. He wanted to be the king of Medina. In fact, he was supposed to be crowned as the king of Medina. On the day of his coronation, the Prophet arrived, and the entire populace welcomed the Prophet, and they forgot about his coronation. And so the Prophet, and since the Prophet is already in Medina, no one else can be king in Medina. And so that was what hurt him. It was because his ambition was not fulfilled, and so he hated Islam. He never accepted the Prophet, but he pretended to be one of them. So there are people like that globally. You see them pretending to accept faith, but faith is not in their heart. God is saying they are not with the believers. يخادعون Allah. They always think, because these are people who always they think they are smart. They will now see that they are outsmarting the Creator. Some of them even mock the Creator, that there is nothing he can do. They will outsmart him. They think they are smarter than God. Some of them will say they can even escape death. They can cause themselves to have long life. They think of such kind of things about themselves. Anyone who always thinks he's smart and he can do anything that he wishes, such a person, he falls in this category. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, and they also think they are deceiving the believers, but they are not. And that is why, as a believer, you don't condemn the Jews and the Christians, because among them are those who are righteous, and they are awaiting the true Messiah who will lead them into the Islamic world. And once they accept Islam, that is when the door of repentance will be locked in the heavens, and nobody will be accepted again in Islam. Even if you accept Islam, even you want to practice Islam, but you didn't accept Islam prior to that time, that the door of Tawbah will be locked, your Islam is not going to be accepted. May Allah protect us and our loved ones and our community, our children, our descendants. May Allah protect us from that calamity. May we not see that time that we will love to accept faith, but yet faith will not accept us. May Allah protect us. We just said, Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. But Allah is saying, وَمَا يَحْدَوُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ. They are not deceiving anyone but themselves. For anybody to mock his own creator and to think that his Lord is not sufficient enough, that he can outsmart his Lord, such a person is only outsmarting himself. He doesn't know. Whatever it is that he does, he's just like a snake who intends to bite. And once the person escapes, he becomes angry to the extent he bites himself. Some even explode out of anger. So this is also the similitude of the hypocrite is like that of this snake. who always intend to hurt or to kill, but at the end of the day, we will not end up killing anyone but itself. That's the fate of the unbelievers. وَمَا يَحْدُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ, and they will never know that their own conspiracy will one day consume them. Whatever it is that they are plotting, it will consume them. They are paving the way for the Antichrist to emerge, and that Antichrist will come and destroy all of them. They don't know that Antichrist has no friend. Even those who worship him are not his friends. He will do and undo until Allah sends the Mahdi alayhi salam to counter him before the coming of the true Messiah. And then the true Messiah will come down and kill the Antichrist. So every conspirator will one day be consumed by his own conspiracy. وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ مَرَضٌ. That is because in their hearts there is this disease in their hearts. A terrible disease dwells in their heart. Maulana Shaykhul Islam Alhaji Ibrahim Inyas radiallahu ta'ala anhu explained this disease explicitly. He said the disease of doubtfulness. There is a high level of doubtfulness in their hearts. They doubt revelation. They doubt everything. So, and there's this hypocrisy again in their hearts. So since they doubt, فَزَادَهُمُ marada, Allah keeps increasing that disease in their heart, because Allah will keep revealing His signs, and the more they see the signs of Allah, the more confused they become. And Allah will explain to us their behavior whenever they see the signs of Allah, the way they behave in the next verses that are coming. So Allah keep increasing the disease in their heart. And once they see that the growth of the Muslim Ummah today on earth, the Muslim Ummah is the largest community in the world. We have over 2 billion population. Out of the 7-point-something billion population that are in the world today, the Muslim Ummah has the largest population. That confuses them. And in this era, no war was fought for the Muslim population to expand, to take control of any territory without any war. Today, the Muslim Ummah has produced over 2 billion population in this era of warlessness. Even in the days of the conquest, when we were engaged in battles, we did not produce this population on earth. That is because Allah is the one helping this ummah. So once they see the growth of this ummah and all our achievements, the kind of things we are achieving in this era, we are producing a lot of huffaz, a lot of alims, so they are becoming more confused. They are doing their best to destroy Islam, and Islam is becoming stronger in their very eyes without any jihad. To the extent that today Islam has the capacity to take the whole of Europe. And if care is not taken, this war, this Russian versus Ukraine war, will lead to the collapse of Europe, and eventually Islam will be the one to survive in that region, and Islam will take control of that region. Even China. If China should go into war with Taiwan, the end of the day, China will find itself kneeling down and begging the Islamic world for help. So there is that possibility that the world is about to be taken by the Muslim Ummah. And may Allah make that possible. Bija Sayyidina Rasulullah alayhi salatu wassalam. فَزَادَهُمُ اللَّهُ مَرَدًا وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَلِيمٌ بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْذِبُونَ. That is because a mighty punishment awaits them. A painful punishment awaits them on Judgment Day because of the double face that they have. Allah has prepared for them double punishment, which makes it painful. This punishment is even more painful than that of the unbelievers, because the unbeliever never hides his faith. But you, the hypocrite, you are playing two faces. You are a camouflage. You are a chameleon. You are playing two. So Allah will give you double punishment for each faces. So وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَلِيمٌ بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْذِبُونَ. And that is because they never accepted the truth. They always doubt. They are always doubtful towards the truth. And this book, the Quran, from the beginning negates doubtfulness. Because Allah said, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Alif Lam Mim, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Alif Lam Mim is a mystery that is a mysterious communication between Allah and His Messenger. وَذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ means this is the holy book. La rayba fi, in which there is no doubt. So Allah negates doubt from the beginning of the Holy Quran. So anybody who wants to study the Quran should remove anything that has to do with doubt, because it's a disease. If you conceive such a thing in your heart, you will never grow spiritually. May Allah protect us from this disease. Whenever you try to talk to such a people, these conspirators, just imagine how many times the world is trying to stop Israel. The Israeli people that are claiming to be that are claiming to be practicing Judaism, claiming to be following the Torah. These are people that are claiming to be believers in God. But what they are doing in that region is highly terrible. And anytime the world try to tell them, stop killing the Palestinians, stop propagating evil, stop spreading corruption, stop spreading injustice in the world, all they will say, Innama nahnu muslihun. We are the ones doing good. We are the ones establishing justice. They always claim to be doing the right thing, but indeed they are the ones doing the wrong thing. Allah said, nay, they are indeed the doers of corruption, the wrongdoers. They are the wrongdoers on earth. And yet, America supports them. Britain supports them. France, all this, Russia and the rest supports Israel. So they partake in this injustice. The global power today is the power of injustice and corruption. And we wonder why they keep perpetrating those evil acts here on the surface of the earth, killing humankind. Just imagine President Bush trying to condemn President Putin, that President Putin is killing innocent people. He forgot, and mistakenly he mentioned 911 in Iraq, the invasion of Iraq. He is the mastermind behind the invasion of Iraq. Until this day, Iraq has not known peace. Thanks to George Bush. He calls that righteousness, and he's now condemning what Russia is doing in Ukraine. Are they no birds of the same feather? Just imagine. I hope, do they even have consciousness? Do they think of what they do in their lives? Just imagine what these people are doing. And now China is trying to take Taiwan. What is happening in the world today? This world is falling apart. May Allah protect the Muslim Ummah and the communities of those who believe in God. May Allah protect them. And may these wars that are coming, may it consume all the godless societies in the world. We just say Rasulullah, so that the societies that has faith in God will prevail. May Allah make us among them. We just say Rasulullah